Breaking news! The stage lights reflected off Jungkook's glistening skin as he stood tall at the center of the special collaborative concert between BTS and BLACKPINK last night. But it wasn't just his soulful voice or electrifying dance moves that mesmerized the crowd. It was the beautiful tattoos on his arms and hands that drew attention, especially from someone very special among the glittering lights. Lisa of BLACKPINK, the concert held at Seoul Olympic Stadium, was a spectacular joint project titled Galaxy Night BSX BLACKPINK, a dream collaboration between the two biggest K-pop groups in the world. But one of the most talked about moments among fans and media was Lisa's visibly auroch reaction when Jungkook removed his leather jacket during the fourth song, My Time. Lisa's gaze the cameras couldn't miss. Lisa stood at the side of the stage, wearing a black crop top with diamond accents and sparkling high-waist pants, as Jungkook began singing the verses of his solo song with deep emotion. The camera captured her gaze fixed on him, specifically on his exposed arms, when Jungkook raised his hand to wave to fans. The spotlight revealed the intricate tattoos on his arm, a tiger, a lotus flower, and several Hangul writings filled with meaning. Lisa stared intently, almost frozen. At one moment, she was even seen smiling slightly, seemingly in awe. If you watch Lisa's expression during My Time, you'll know she wasn't just enjoying the music. She was admiring the art of living that, on Jungkook, an army wrote on Twitter, blinks were equally quick to respond. Lisa is a true artist. She understands how deep and beautiful those tattoos are. Her expression was so honest, pure admiration, posted fan account at Lisa Fanatic Backstage. Lisa expresses her admiration after Jungkook's solo performance. The BLACKPINK members returned to the stage for a group interaction segment. Jungkook, still catching his breath, looked surprised but pleased when Lisa approached him and handed over a bottle of water with a smile. The mic picked up a soft voice that sent fans into a frenzy. "Your tattoos are really beautiful," Lisa said, gazing at his still trembling arm. Jungkook turned and chuckled softly, then replied in a low voice, "Thank you, I'm glad you like them." That brief exchange went viral instantly. A 5-second clip of their conversation garnered over 3 million views on TikTok within just 1 hour. Hashtags like #takcherlisix Jungkook and number tattoo admiration trended globally. The meaning behind Jungkook's tattoos and Lisa's emotional response. Fans who have followed Jungkook's tattoo journey know that every ink on his body holds deep meaning, stories of struggle, freedom, and self-reflection. Lisa, being someone who also values art and symbolism, seemed deeply moved. Lisa has a very strong artistic side. She understands that tattoos aren't just visuals, they're life stories carved into the skin. A fictional K-pop expert told Elil Korea, "The way she looked at Jungkook that night, it was clearly admiration and maybe more." Audience reaction. "It was a moment we'll never forget." A fan who attended the concert live, Kim Hyen 22, told the media, "When Lisa mentioned the tattoos, the whole stadium went silent. It felt like we were witnessing two worlds of art colliding not through sound, but through silence and eye contact." The show continued with a Euphoria remix duet between Lisa and Jungkook, and their chemistry on stage further fueled speculation that their relationship might go beyond mere colleagues, a stroke of admiration in a world where every moment can go viral. This one felt different. It wasn't just celebrity interaction, it was human, about sincere admiration, art that touches the soul, and two stars recognizing something in each other far beyond what the spotlight reveals. And that night, Lisa, usually calm and cool on stage, let herself be seen in awe, awed by the stories etched into the skin of a man named Jungkook. Millions who watched understood it wasn't an act, it was real. The start of something personal. That evening's Galaxy Night BTS BLACKPINK wasn't just a milestone in K-pop history, it became a personal moment etched in Lisa's heart. Fans roared as the lights dimmed, then flared up again for the intro to My Time. Lisa stood on the right side of the stage, seemingly unable to blink, as Jungkook slowly emerged from the fog, and lighting effects. He wore a black leather jacket open to reveal a dark tank top underneath. But as he sang the first line and raised his tattooed right arm for his signature dance move, the spotlight clearly illuminated the ink on his skin. Lisa held her breath. There were images of an eye, a clock without hands, a lotus flower, the phrase rather "be dead than cool," and other meaningful symbols to her. They were far more than decorations. She knew they were life written in ink. Why? Am I only seeing this clearly now? Lisa whispered to herself. Her eyes followed Jungkook's hand movements, not because they were sensual, but because every stroke seemed alive, emotional, full of meaning. The song ended with Jungkook spinning his arm fully exposed to the fans. At that moment, the giant LED screen unintentionally caught Lisa's expression. She bit her lower lip as if hiding a small smile, then nodded like someone silently saying, "You're incredible." Lisa's expression that wasn't just admiration, that was someone who understood art. One blink posted on Instagram. Even Rose, standing nearby, glanced at Lisa and giggled softly, knowing full well what was happening. Backstage connection. During a short intermission, the backstage area relaxed artists sipped isotonic drinks and took deep breaths from the high-energy performance. Lisa followed Jungkook into a small VIP lounge behind a curtain. He was sitting wiping sweat from his neck with a white towel, his tattooed arm fully exposed. He looked up when he saw her coming. "Your performance was insane," Lisa said, handing him a cold water bottle. Jungkook accepted it with a warm smile. "Thanks, I saw you watching from the side." Lisa sat across from him on the sofa, a short pause, then she softly murmured, "Your tattoos are beautiful." Jungkook turned to her. No playful smirk, no teasing, just sincerity. "You like them?" he asked quietly. Lisa nodded. "I'm not into tattoos just for their looks, but yours, they tell a story, I can feel it." Jungkook was quiet for a moment. He looked at his own hand, then said, "Each one has a reason. Some are about family, some about BTS, and some about how I want people to see me not just as an idol, but as a person." Lisa looked at him long and deep. "And you succeeded," she whispered. "Tonight, I saw a man with a story. Not just a performer." Silence fell, but it wasn't awkward. It was warm, comforting. Later that night after the concert, Lisa returned to BLACKPINK Storm with a mind full of thoughts. She opened her laptop and watched fan-recorded clips. When my time came up, she paused Jungkook's gaze. His movements, and especially those tattoos, she zoomed in and studied each line. She even Googled the meanings. A clock without hands symbolized timelessness. The "I meant" awareness. The small text stood for freedom. Lisa leaned back in her chair behind the screen, her heartbeat a little faster than usual. "I've known him for a while," she thought, "but tonight, I feel like I met him for the first time as someone much deeper." Her phone buzzed. Jungkook. "Are you still awake?" "Lisa?" "Yeah, still thinking about the concert?" "You were amazing. You know that, Jungkook?" "Haha, you're making me blush. But seriously, thanks." "About earlier, Lisa? About the tattoos?" Jungkook. "Yeah, a lot of people love or hate them without knowing what they mean. But you saw them, Lisa. I'm an artist too. Cook. I get it. And honestly, that was the most captivating part of you tonight." A pause. Jungkook. "I'm glad it was you who said that. Because out of everyone, I wanted you to understand me the most." Lisa stared at her phone. A soft smile spread across her lips. A feeling that once was vague now felt real. Warm, deep. "I understand you, Jungkook, more than you think." That night, it wasn't just the fans who fell for their chemistry. Lisa fell for something far more intimate. A life story written on skin. She saw Jungkook not as a superstar with a golden voice, but as a man brave enough to show his true self, through ink, through song, through unspoken truth between them. And maybe this is the beginning of a new story. A story not born from sweet words, but from beautiful tattoos, and a gaze full of meaning.